Okay, somebody wanted an update on the 88 KDX200. I hate to use the term barn find, but it was a shed find. I guarantee you this bike lived most of its life leaned up against the outside of a shed. As you saw in my earlier video, when I got it, the guy wanted $500 for it. We agreed a deal on $260. When I got there, bike didn't start and it was a mess. No front fender, missing one of the side panels. Forks were flipped around so the axle was in the back. There was no front brake system whatsoever. I mean, nothing. The only thing there was the disc. So I purchased the caliper and all the lines and everything. I'll go through what I did to it right away, but yeah, I went to look at it and it did not start. Got it home, water in the gas tank, changed the oil, flushed the gas tank, got it to fire. 155 psi I got, so I was solid on the motor. Stupid little things. I'll go over the bike. Like I said, I put tires on it. I put my new grips, Bark Busters. This guard I got off eBay for like $30. I took the headlight out and I tried to wire up some LED lights. That's very difficult, by the way. I tried to do the resistor and all that stuff, and I can get them to light, but some of them still flicker, so I bailed on that idea, but I just mounted that in there. Fork boots were still there. It's missing the front speedometer cable. I think it goes to a little odometer. It does not have that. All it had was the disc. Like I said, I took it all apart. I changed the fork oil, and I purchased used caliper, line, and also he said it was working, but when I got it home, the master cylinder would not pump up. So I kept all the line and everything. This master cylinder is an eBay special from China. I think shipped to my door, it was something stupid, like 18 or 19 bucks, and it came with a rebuild kit. And I'm telling you, I chopped the lever off the ball end off the end to fit inside the Bark Buster, but this thing, I mean, it's rock solid. It stops on a dime. It's fantastic. Handlebars were moved all the way up. These are aluminum bars. I'm missing the cross brace, and believe me, when I do say miss, I miss, because I dumped it on its side and they bent real easily, so I have to finish bending those back. New clutch cable, and I'll also show you what down here. This tab was broken off, if you guys know what that looks like. So basically it slides in there from the side. Well, that was busted off. I don't know how someone could bust that off, but it was. So I just self-tap drilled this post, self-tapping screw, and that's just a piece of my siding on there, and it's resting on the bottom fin, and it's rock solid. It looks like shit, but it works. Cleaned the carburetor up. I think, no, there was an air filter in it already. Like I said, bike was a mess. It was missing all these plastic pieces. So the dog bone cover, all these plastic pieces, this piece of rubber. The amount of mud caked in the shock and up against the back of the carburetor was absolutely disgusting. I mean, I opened up the carburetor on this thing and it was like tar slime, like thick layers. I've never seen anything like it in my life. The bike was definitely abused. Took everything else apart, cleaned the brake shoes up, reusing those. The chain and sprockets are kind of shitty. It's an O-ring chain and it's binding, but you know what? It's working right now, so I didn't even replace that. Used side cover off eBay. I took the seat apart. I may have done a video on that. It came pretty much the way it looks, but what happened was when someone put a new cover on, they just took a razor blade and sliced the old cover off, so it did not fit right. So I took the cover off, took all the staples out, and got rid of what was left of the old cover and put this one on. It looks so much better. Tried to mount a tail light, like I said, with the LEDs, did not work. New, like I said, new tires. And that's about it. This chain adjuster's a little bit bent, but it works. I hit it with a hammer a couple times. I see it slid off the pin there a little bit. Yeah, and the only other problem, like I said, it runs great. The only other problem I'm having is the shift lever. It's not gripping on the shaft. The splines are semi-stripped, and I've tried to screw with it 2-3 times, and I'm having to bail out of races. I mean, I'm doing a whole race in second gear So I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to work on that now because we have another race coming up here in Hershey, PA in 2 weeks. So that's about it. And the petcock I didn't mess with. The reserve, or it took it out. The one post is broken off, so it only works on, well, it works either way, but reserve, because there's no regular post in there. Siphon tube, whatever you want to call it. But that is pretty much it. I mean, it starts and runs fantastic. And for $260, I couldn't go wrong. And honestly, between the tires, cables, bark busters, as you see it here, I think I have less than $800 into this bike. So that's my update on the KDX. And by the way, I am in 3rd place for the year overall, so we'll see what happens there. This shift shaft is giving me problems, so if I could finish out the year in 3rd, I'd be happy. All right, that's your update. Bye.